In this lesson, we are going to start dressing up our summaries. In the writing process, we always start with a draft. And in your draft, you should be uncensored in your writing, in that you write your thoughts down without worrying about the grammatical errors and such. So when you read your article and you do your keyword outline, and then you write down your thoughts and what you remember, you get it down in a draft form, and then you clean it up. Now for the summaries you submitted, I'm assuming you all have cleaned them up. So they're cleaned up grammatically and mechanically. You've cleaned up your capitalization, your punctuation, your spelling. It's all cleaned up. After you clean up your writing, then you dress up your writing. So first we start with the draft, then we clean it up, then we dress it up. And we're going to work on the dressing up in this video. I have this composition checklist and I'm going to upload it. We're not going to do all of these dress ups in this lesson, but we're going to do the first three: the who, which, the ly, and the strong verb. And so you will take your writing, and hopefully you have written it in Word or in Pages, and if you write it in Word, I want you to put track changes on. And that way I'm going to see the changes you made. And we're going to start with the who, which. A who, which is a noun clause. And if I said I want you to add a noun clause, that's a little harder to describe than who, which. The who, which comes after a noun. It's describing our noun. So read through your summary and see where you can change it to make it a little more concise or a little different by adding a who, which. Beachgoers are afraid of sharks. But sharks themselves have a lot to fear as well. About 1/4 of sharks and rays are facing an extinction threat. One of the practices fueling threat, and I'm going to put in this right here. Oh, it didn't track my change. Let me go back here. Track changes. Okay. Yes, now see, it will show your changes. Fueling this threat is finning. Sharks are widely overfished to provide for finning. In the finning process, the fin of the shark is removed and the remainder of the shark is discarded. Okay, we can use finning here because we have finning twice. Sharks are widely overfished to provide for finning. And I'm going to put which is a process where and I'm going to use possessive because a lot of people had problems with that, where the shark's fin is removed and the remainder of the shark is discarded. So I changed it a little bit. I got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 words, but added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Didn't make it much more concise, but hopefully made it a little more interesting or a little more varied. So our sentence now reads, sharks are widely overfished to provide for finning, which is a process where the shark's fin is removed and the remainder of the shark is discarded. So we used our which, and now we have a noun clause. Now our ly word. You guys know that an ly word is an adverb, so we're going to look for a verb that we can dress up with a great adverb. Let's go ahead and just keep reading through our article. The fin is then used in a soup delicacy. To prevent the extinction of sharks, we need to not only protect the sharks, but also protect the waters that they live in. The New York seascape is home to about 40 marine species, including whales, sharks, sea turtles, and many others. When I copied and pasted this, it looks like it didn't copy and paste just right. That's why there's some errors here. Some of the species of sharks found in the seascape are makos, threshers, blue, and the famous great white. Most people are unaware. Are unaware. Here's a good verb. So we could dress it up with an adverb. How can they be unaware? Are You could say mostly unaware, but that's not a strong adverb. Are tragically unaware, are sadly unaware. Any of those would work there. Most people are unaware of the ecological importance of underwater habitats such as the Hudson Canyon. The Hudson Canyon is an underwater sea chasm, and undoubtedly, oh look, she already has an ly word here. I'm just going to underline that. Undoubtedly the highlight of the New York seascape. I wanted to underline it. I just wanted to change the color. Okay. She already has a nice ly word in there. And if you already have one, just go ahead and underline it or highlight it so that I can see the difference. But let's see if we can put one in here. One of the biggest threats to delicate habitats is fishermen and fishing industry. Another threat is the buildup of trash from careless individuals tossing waste into the water. How about systematic? Systematic buildup of trash from careless individuals tossing waste into the water. So now we have an ly word. And our last dress up that we're going to do in this lesson is a strong verb. So you look at your verbs and see if you can make it stronger. And again, if you're using word, it makes it really easy because it has a synonym feature. Is removed. Now, it won't always give you a great synonym. Is, how about detached? There we have a nice strong verb. And the remainder of the shark is discarded. And say we didn't like that one, and we want to leave removed, and the remainder of the shark is discarded. You can highlight it. Synonym. I don't like any of those. To prevent the extinction of sharks, we need to not only protect, let's look for a synonym. How about defend the sharks, but also protect the waters that they live in? It might not be the best one, but it is a much stronger verb. Defend is a stronger verb to me than protect. And when I talk about strong verbs in your writing, instead of using words like, second or third grader would use, like the boy ran, I want you to pick better verbs like sprinted, jogged, and most of the strength in writing is in your verbs. So always look to your verbs if you want to make your writing stronger. And it's very easy to come up with some stronger verbs by using the synonym function in your word. And again, you start your draft, you clean it up, and then you dress it up. And you can come up with stronger verbs with the synonym. You can also use the thesaurus. If you get online, you go to dictionary.com. It has a thesaurus that you can choose from if you want to look for some additional strong verbs. So those are the 3 changes that I want you to make to dress up your writing now. I want you to do a who, which clause. Leave the review on in your Word, and then I'm going to allow you to submit a Word document so that I can see your changes. But I also want to show you how to accept these changes. Say that you had written this and you're getting ready to turn it in for paper, and you're happy with all your changes. So you could select all, and under the review panel you could accept your changes, and all the changes you made are there. Then you could go through it again and dress it up some more if you want to. But I want to see it with the review mode on. And just also, if you'll note, this was a paper that was submitted. 287 words is about a page of writing. So when you get an assignment and the teacher says she wants 500 words, it's really only 2 pages. Sometimes a little bit less than that. We don't have our heading or anything on here at this point, but we're still going to be working with our shark essay. You have 3 dress-ups to put in. Track your changes. If you're doing this in pages and you can't track changes, underline your dress-ups, your who, which clause, your ly word, and your strong verb. That's the end of the lesson.